Hello and a very warm welcome to Grow English Mastery. My name is Scarlett, and I am so glad you are joining me today for a lesson that dives into a political earthquake that just shook America. Over the past few weeks, we have been following the explosive and deeply personal feud between President Donald Trump and billionaire Elon Musk. We saw a war of words, billion-dollar threats, and even a shocking threat of deportation. But this past weekend, while many people were relaxing, the feud evolved into something much bigger, something that could change the future of American politics. On Saturday, July 5th, just 2 days ago, Elon Musk took his most dramatic and ambitious step yet. What is this America Party? Is it a serious political movement, or just another chapter in a billionaire's public battle? And most importantly, what is Elon Musk's clever plan to shake up the entire American political system? Today, we are going to answer all of these questions. Our learning goals for this lesson are to go deep inside this breaking news story. First, we will understand the strategy and motivation behind Elon Musk's new political party. Second, we will learn 10 essential vocabulary words that are key to understanding modern politics. Third, we will master 2 important grammar points for talking about future plans and possibilities, using the future with will and using modal verbs like can, could, and might. And finally, you'll get some practical tips on how to use this language yourself. This is a story about power, strategy, and one man's attempt to break a 200-year-old political system. Let's dive in. Act 1. The announcement. Our story begins on a day of national celebration, July 4th, American Independence Day. As the country celebrated its 249th birthday, Elon Musk went on his social media platform, X, and posted a poll. A poll is a way of asking a large group of people for their opinion. The question was simple: should he create a new America Party to compete with the Republicans and Democrats? He wrote, "Independence Day is the perfect time to ask if you want independence from the two-party system." The response was overwhelming. By the next morning, July 5th, over 1.25 million people had responded, and more than 65% of them had voted yes. He posted on X, "The 2-to-1 ratio shows you want a new political party, and you will get it." He followed up with another post, saying, "When it comes to bankrupting the country with waste and corruption, we are living in a uniparty system, not a democracy. Today, the America Party is formed to give you your freedom back." The term uniparty is very important here. It's a word used by critics who believe that although the Democrats and Republicans seem like opponents, they are actually part of one single system, a uniparty, that works together on big issues like government spending and doesn't truly represent the will of the people. Act 2. The Kingmaker Strategy. So, what is the goal of the America Party? Is Elon Musk trying to become president? The answer, at least for now, is no. His strategy is much more subtle and, some would say, much more clever. He revealed his plan in another post. One way to do this is to focus on winning 2-3 Senate seats and 8-10 House seats. This might not sound like a lot, but this is the core of his Kingmaker strategy. Let me explain with a simple analogy. Imagine you are watching a soccer game. There are two big teams, the red team and the blue team, and each team has 11 players. Now, imagine there is a third, very small team, the green team, with only 2 players. If the final score between the big teams is a 10-10 tie, who decides the winner? The green team does. Those 2 players can choose to side with the red team to make it 12-10, or with the blue team. Suddenly, the smallest team on the field becomes the most powerful. They become the kingmakers. This is exactly what Elon Musk wants to do in the U.S. Congress. Right now, the balance of power between the Democrats and Republicans is incredibly close. In the House of Representatives, the Republican majority is very narrow. In the Senate, it's also very tight. Because the 2 parties are so evenly matched, a small third party with just a handful of seats could hold the deciding votes on every major law. They could demand concessions. They could block legislation they don't like and approve legislation they do. They would have enormous leverage. Leverage is power or influence. This is Musk's plan, not to win everything, but to win just enough seats to control the outcome. His target for this strategy would be the 2026 midterm elections. Act 3. The backstory. Why is this happening now? To understand why Musk is taking this radical step, we need to connect it to the story we have been following for weeks. This is not a random decision. It is the direct result of his feud with President Trump over the One Big Beautiful Bill. Remember, Musk was once a supporter and major donor to the president. He even helped lead the Government Efficiency Board, DOGE. But he became one of the fiercest critics of the president's $4.5 trillion spending bill. His core argument was always about the national debt. He believed the bill was fiscally irresponsible and would bankrupt the country. He threatened to support political challengers against anyone, from any party, who voted for it. But on July 4th, his greatest fears came true. The bill was passed by Congress and signed into law by President Trump. For Musk, this was the final straw. It was proof in his eyes that both parties were a part of the same uniparty that was willing to increase the national debt. The passage of the bill, on the very day he posted his poll, was the direct trigger for him to move forward with creating the America Party. It was his ultimate response to losing the legislative battle. Now, to help us understand the world of politics, let's learn some key vocabulary. Here are 10 essential terms. 1. Third-party noun. Spelling: THIRDPARTY. Example 1. The America Party is a new third party in the U.S. Example 2. Historically, it has been very difficult for a third party to win major elections. 2. Leverage noun. Power or influence to get what you want. Spelling: LEVERAGE. Example 1. Musk believes a few seats in Congress would give his party huge leverage. Example 2. Having another job offer gives you leverage in salary negotiations. 3. Balance of power noun phrase. A situation in which different groups have equal power. Spelling: BALANCEOFPOWER. Example 1. A third party could hold the balance of power in a closely divided Congress. Example 2. The goal of the treaty was to maintain the balance of power in the region. 4. Kingmaker noun. A person or group that has the power to choose who will be in a position of power. Spelling: K-I-N-G-M-A-K-E-R. Example 1. With just a few seats, the America Party could become the kingmaker in Washington. Example 2. In the election, the small independent party played the role of kingmaker. 5. Uniparty noun. An informal, critical term suggesting that two opposing political parties are secretly working together or are fundamentally the same. Spelling: U-N-I-P-A-R-T-Y. Example 1. Musk accused the Democrats and Republicans of being a uniparty on the issue of spending. Example 2. The idea of a uniparty expresses a deep frustration with the political system. 6. Incumbent noun. A person who currently holds an official position. Spelling: I-N-C-U-M-B-E-N-T. Example 1. Musk has threatened to support challengers against incumbent members of Congress. Example 2. It is often difficult to defeat the incumbent in an election. 7. Primary election noun phrase. An election in which voters choose the candidate who will represent their political party in a later general election. Spelling: P-R-I-M-A-R-Y-E-L-E-C-T-I-O-N. Example 1. He plans to challenge the senator in the next primary election. Example 2. She won her party's primary and will now face the candidate from the other party. 8. Swing vote noun phrase. A vote that is decisive in determining the outcome of a decision. Spelling: S-W-I-N-G-V-O-T-E. Example 1. The third party hopes to control the swing vote on important bills. Example 2. All eyes were on the undecided senator who held the swing vote. 9. Political platform noun phrase. The main ideas and aims of a political party. Spelling: P-O-L-I-T-I-C-A-L-P-L-A-T-F-O-R-M. Example 1. The America Party's political platform will likely focus on reducing the national debt. Example 2. Before you vote, you should read each party's political platform. 10. Grassroots, adjective, relating to the ordinary people in a society or organization, rather than the leaders. Spelling: G-R-A-S-S-R-O-T-S. Example 1. For a third party to succeed, it needs strong grassroots support. Example 2. The protest was a grassroots movement organized by local citizens. These words are essential for any advanced discussion about politics. Now, let's look at the grammar we need to talk about these future plans and strategies. Our first grammar point today is using the future with will. We use will to make predictions about the future, or to state a promise, a decision, or a firm intention made at the moment of speaking. It's perfect for discussing the plans of this new party. The structure is simple: subject plus will plus base verb. Examples from our story. A promise declaration. After seeing the poll results, Musk said, "You will get it. referring to the new party. A prediction. The 2026 midterm elections will be the first big test for the America Party. A statement of strategy. The party will focus on a small number of seats. A prediction of effect. This will give them a deciding influence on new laws. The negative form is will not or the contraction won't. Example. The new party probably won't try to win the presidency at first. Our second grammar point is using modal verbs of possibility and ability. When we analyze political strategy, not everything is certain. We need words to express what is possible or what someone has the ability to do. The key verbs are can, could, may, and might. Can often expresses ability or what is generally possible. Example, a small number of votes can decide the fate of a major bill. Could expresses a possibility in the future. It's often a little less certain than can't. Example, if his strategy is successful, the America Party could become the kingmaker in Congress. Example, this could be the beginning of a major change in American politics. May and might also express future possibility. They are very similar, but might can sometimes suggest a slightly smaller chance. Example, the new party may take votes away from both the Republicans and the Democrats. Example, this strategy is risky, and it might not work. Understanding these modal verbs is key to understanding analysis and strategic thinking, because in politics, very few things are 100% certain. To finish our lesson, I want to share an inspirational story from American history about another powerful figure who broke away from his own party to create a third party and change the nation. This is the story of Theodore Roosevelt and the Bull Moose Party. Theodore, or Teddy Roosevelt, was a very popular Republican president from 1901 to 1909. After he left office, he grew deeply frustrated with the new leader of his party, President William Howard Taft, who he felt was not progressive enough. Roosevelt believed the party had been taken over by big business interests and was no longer serving the people. So, in 1912, he did something shocking. He decided to run for president again, but not as a Republican. He broke away and created his own third party, the Progressive Party. When a reporter asked him if he was fit to run, Roosevelt famously said, "I'm as fit as a bull moose," and the party got its popular nickname, the Bull Moose Party. Roosevelt's campaign was one of the most successful third-party campaigns in American history. His political platform called for major social reforms, like women's suffrage, social welfare programs, and stricter regulation of big business. He traveled the country giving passionate speeches. In the end, Teddy Roosevelt did not win the presidency. By running, he split the Republican vote, which allowed the Democratic candidate Woodrow Wilson to win. So, in one sense, he failed. But in another, more important sense, he succeeded spectacularly. His campaign was so popular and his ideas were so powerful that he completely changed the national conversation. He forced the two major parties to pay attention to his progressive ideas. Over the next several years, many of the key ideas from the Bull Moose platform were adopted, and passed into law by both Democrats and Republicans. Roosevelt's story shows that a third party can have enormous influence even if it doesn't win. It can introduce new ideas, challenge the status quo, and force the major parties to evolve. It's a powerful lesson in how one person's bold move can change the course of a nation. We have explored a truly historic development in American politics today. Let's summarize our key takeaways. First, we learned that Elon Musk has officially announced the formation of a new America Party, a direct response to the passage of President Trump's spending bill. Second, we analyzed his clever kingmaker strategy to win a small number of seats in Congress to hold the balance of power. Third, we learned 10 essential political vocabulary words, including third party, leverage, kingmaker, and uniparty. Fourth, we mastered 2 key grammar points for discussing future plans, using will for predictions and promises, and using modal verbs like could and might to talk about possibilities. The story of the America Party is just beginning. Will it succeed? Will it change American politics forever, or will it fade away? We don't know the answers yet, but now you have the language and the context to follow this fascinating story as it develops. Thank you so much for your focus and for joining me today at Grow English Mastery. Learning about these real-world events is a fantastic way to make your English skills powerful and relevant. Please let us know in the comments. Do you think a third party can succeed in a two-party system? And please, don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to our channel for more lessons that make sense of our world. Keep learning, stay curious, and I look forward to seeing you in our next lesson. Goodbye for now.